Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Cities Skylines! Snowfall Edition. I have gone and disabled every single one of my mods, except one that wasn't adding any overhead. I can't remember what it was. Can I get to the content manager from here? Actually, I might have still disabled all the mods other than... Oh, all areas purchasable. That was it. All areas purchasable. That one is still on. Everything else is turned off. I do still have some of my custom assets in here. For the clarifiers, but I don't think, I mean, this is basically just a reskin, effectively, of, you know, some of the other sewage things. It shouldn't add any overhead. It doesn't seem to have really improved things. I'm still on speed 3, and you can see the speed just crawling along here. I mean, the graphic thread and the ability to move around thread is perfectly fine. Like, I've realized, the frame rate is actually fine. The thing that was slow was, like, watching the buildings come up, just because the pace of the simulation is quite low. So I don't know. Maybe my traffic designs have resulted in really hard pathfinding. I don't think that's the case. I don't think this is any more complex than some of the larger cities. Again, we only have a population of 21,000. This should not be that bad right now. Like, look how slow. Now, some of the slow cars here might be the snow on the roads. Condition? Yeah, it's a little not great here. We have to get some more snow coverage over here. Also more road maintenance. But, yeah, it's not helping the simulation speed. That's noise pollution, and there are some houses right across the street, which is less than great. I think I'm going to go... Yeah, this is going to be another sort of, just civil building area over here. So these trucks can leave from here and go to other places and clear that out, and that'll be just swell. Still missing power here. I'm just waiting for that zoning to come in. There's not a crap ton of demand right now. I wonder, how is the park coverage? Because we will want some buildings here, and so... Let's put a small playground. Wow, the radius on the small playground is ridiculous. So I'm going to go here. Be adjacent to the little walking path. It'll also connect over there. And it gives us more parks. More parks are always better. Financially, we're doing well. The money's going up, despite the fact that we built a lot of services over here. So the few people that have moved in are paying relatively decent taxes. Educationally, I haven't actually checked how my limits are. Capacity, good. Capacity, good. Capacity, great. Do we have 2 universities in this town? Yeah, we do. So there should be plenty of people getting a lot of education. The public services over here are really good. We don't have a metro, but we've got the trams finally operating. And they look lovely. And there's also bus services going on over here, so people getting around really easily. And then there's the train station over here that hopefully is connecting people to the other side. Yeah, some people are being serviced here, which is great. I'm a little worried this intersection might get a little busy later because of the interchange here. But if we did build another one over here, that would probably offset a lot of the pressure. Well, not all of it, because most of the traffic will probably be people going from... Oh, I haven't named this neighborhood yet. From this neighborhood to the main town over here, as opposed to in and out of the city. But some of it will get cleared up. Okay, I got my subscriber list over here. So, let's set up a region. Let's get the big tool, and if I can trace along the outside of this oval... Well, it's not an oval. What do you call this? Like a capsule shape. I gotta focus. I gotta focus. I gotta focus. It's hard. Coloring inside the lines is very difficult. Probably end up like, oops, there you go. No, we're good, we're good. I'll probably end up growing this neighborhood later and losing the pretty shape that I put all the work into, but you know, that's alright. So this is going to be... Now, one of the other things is I do have 2 styles on the go. That might be some of the slowdown. Maybe disabling that would help, but it doesn't seem like the sort of thing I'd want to do. So this is going to be Grumberto. I guess I'll use square because that was already in there. Grumberto Square over here. It's really another, like, town, though. You know, it really is. Hold on. Grumberto Village is what this is here. Huh. So, yeah, I don't know if, like, the multiple building styles is slowing it down. There's only the 2. There's only the default one and the European one. I've used the European one, like, one place. But I think it means it still has to be loaded. That being said, I mean, it's not a memory limit. I have a crap ton of RAM. I don't know, you guys. I'm going to say right now, as much as I really love playing this game, and I know people love watching these videos, this is going to be the final one of the series, at least for now. because this performance is just like, oh my god, everything is so slow. Look at the time going by here. This is on speed 3. How? Why? Ugh. I'm sorry I'm whining so much, but it's really quite annoying, actually. I gotta walk away for an hour to let anything happen in my town. What do we have? Oh yeah, I don't have the auto bulldoze turned on. And yet, why? Oh, these places are probably complaining because of the lack of appropriate workers. Oh, and I lost my mod with the more information about, like, how to satisfy these people. You don't have enough workers. You're operating normally, and you have your highly educated all matched. Yeah, we do have a really highly educated town is a big part of it. I'm sure people are still moving in here. I mean, population is still growing. Normally, I'd be like, why aren't people moving in? But I think it's because we're going so slow. I'm not used to this pace of things. It's just taking them forever to, you know, finish cropping out these houses. Okay, this traffic is definitely a bit on the slow side. Now, I could almost certainly improve this a fair bit. I mean, it's not going to reduce the amount of traffic, but if we went ahead, oops, and did that, and then reconnected the power line, then people could use multiple lanes here for their turns. No one's going to go straight, but at least they've got a left and a right, and that should help things out a fair bit. Is there a ding-ding there from the tram? That's quite cool. But yeah, these buildings keep, you know, going down because they don't have enough stupid workers. But then because they are abandoned, they're going to bring down some land value nearby, which is going to upset people and drive more people out. The auto bulldoze mod is nice for that. Oh, nice going with the ships here. Wow, that's not overcrowded at all. Yeah. Can I get employment stats? I don't remember. I don't remember if there's a way to get employment stats. What's this? There you go, unemployment, 4%. Yeah, that's pretty low unemployment. That's pretty much in the sweet spot. Like, if you ever see 0% unemployment, that means you actually don't have enough jobs to go around. And if you ever get, you know, to double digits, if you get to 10% or higher, that means definitely not enough jobs. At 4%, I mean, in real life, 4% unemployment is actually really good and kind of normal because it represents the fact that, there's a slight mismatch in the workforce. That's always the case, right? Like, if right this moment there's not enough demand, like in one industry, so it's like, oh, we've got too many librarians, so some unemployed librarians, but at the same time, the welding industry doesn't have enough workers, right? That's not a sign of a bad economy where no one has any jobs, even though you have a bunch of unemployed librarians. Because it just means that right now there's a skill mismatch. Not everyone can instantly transfer from one job to another. Now in this game, I think that's less of an issue, although there is an education level mismatch that happens from time to time. Okay, everyone's still in the middle lane here, which is indicative of the fact that they, this is all traffic that was still backlogged from way earlier that hasn't been processed yet, because things are going so damn slow. I mean, unless they're going to drive straight through here, but that would be indicative of a really crazy problem. Yeah, there we go. So, well, it's possible everyone's just looking to turn left and they're only using this one lane? Why would they only... No. Yeah, and this guy just take a right turn. There's no way. It's got to be, yeah. It's just the traffic hasn't updated yet because there's such a backlog. They will start using multiple lanes soon, I hope. Now everyone's in this one because they're coming in... They want to make a left from this lane because they want to be in the right lane because they're trying to make a right turn over here. Yeah, that's possible. That is possible. I mean, one of the things to do then might be to have the in and out point of the city right over here. Because that might encourage people to go left and right a bit more balanced. Because who's going to make a right turn here? Very few people. What's bothering me, though, is they're only using the one left lane. It's actually very annoying. And then over here. Because Because they're all trying to get to this area here. That makes sense. That does make sense. Well, at the risk of making this just ugly, I'm going to take, just as a temporary solution, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off a bit here that goes into a tunnel. And just comes up over here. Now, I don't know if that's actually a shorter line. It's certainly a hell of a lot faster. And depending on how the pathfinding system weighs things based on the speed of the road itself, I'm hoping that some of these people who are trying to get over here will take this tunnel instead. Someone took it right away, so that's a good sign. But it's going so slow! It's going to take us like 10 minutes just for the traffic to advance, you know, the next set of cars so that we can see if this is doing any goddamn thing. Yeah, this backlog is starting to be really bad. But at least one car used that, which is a good sign. And again, a lot of these guys already have their routes calculated. They may or may not recalculate at this point right away. And we'll see what happens. I wish I had my traffic analysis tool, but I turned off that mod because I thought it might be killing our frame rate. Or not a frame rate, the simulation speed. But it's clearly not. I mean, the traffic analysis mod shouldn't generate any overhead at all because most of the time it's not being used. I mean, sure, when I click on a car, I totally expect it to take a couple of seconds to draw the car's path. That's fine, but the rest of the time it sits completely idle. Okay, lots of cars using this. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't create a traffic bottleneck over here. But, yeah, that's dramatically liberating some traffic here. Dramatically. It's still going to take a little while for the backlog to clear up. But, yeah, it will clear up. So I'm happy about that. They're going to pop out over here. And, yeah, hopefully it doesn't generate too much traffic here. But at a certain point, it's like not everything is going to use that. Other things are going to use it for, you know, other bits. Or I could have put this even further along or some damn thing. We can do that later on. Mostly I was just doing a quick fix here. Population continues to grow. Income continues to grow, so that's obviously going fine. Still worried about our industrial area here. We just need more dumb people. And I should really just expand some of this over here. You know, I'm talking about leaving some of this green space. But we still have that. So why don't I... There's this. Oh, that's the 4-lane with the bus path, which we actually know is actually a really bad idea because it effectively turns those into just 2-lane roads. So I'm just going to upgrade them like that. And same thing right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this outwards. It's very important to avoid making this a shortcut for anything other than the local traffic. We could probably afford to make another intersection here, actually. It's far enough apart. Yeah, we're okay. Something like that, and this is just going to be a big residential area. I'm not necessarily going to give it too much attention. I just want a new source of cheap workers. There's not a lot of demand for residents right now. They will come if there's parks and, you know, just some services. They will come in here. It might take a while, though, because, again, the slow game speed is just brutal. I'll do another few of these little loops over here. Come like that, and then here, and then there. And continue on that way. That'll look lovely. There might be some pollution issues. We'll have to see how that goes. There we are. We'll have to run services, well, some services over here. Get rid of that. Okay, I think set up some sort of limit here. We're going to go that far and no further. What are you complaining about, like, disconnected road? Oh, did I break a bus route? I think I broke a bus route. I think we're using this as a U-turn area for a bit. We can recreate the U-turniness by making... Okay, it did find, like, a path eventually. But if I just supply something... You know what? Let's do that. Like that. which shouldn't screw up the road patterns too much. It'll make sure there's lots of places where U-turns can happen. Okay, power should run there. Let's make sure they've got some heat and water. And then down here as well. And as soon as we start plopping down some services down here, they should be happy. How much money do I have left in the bank? Not a lot. Oh, speaking of services, you definitely don't have enough fire stuff. And then we're out of dough. We're making dough, but the game runs so slowly, it's going to take forever for it to actually show up. Brr. Commercial demand has gone up. Let's actually go and... Come on. There we go. And that's an incomplete square as well. Get a little commercial here. And then we'll do a little bit of commercial zoning in here as well. It's a little low density. Get a little bit of shopping done at your local. There we are. Then yeah, we'll have to wait for all these houses to pop in for the electricity to be there. Wait for a little bit more money so we can set up some parks. I think that needs some police coverage there too. We got a little bit of snow complaints, but a plow will get there eventually. A bit of complaint about garbage as well. And yeah, just lots of worker complaints, but they'll come in. Probably doesn't help that we do have some offices over there that might steal some workers. I don't know. These guys are complaining about not enough workers. They need uneducated workers. Well, give them time, they'll show up. I think this neighborhood will populate itself very well. We will have to go and add more services. I can do the bus routes right now, because, again, that is free. Let's connect up to, say, here. Do this little bow tie. And then come out over here. And close that loop. We want to service all this. I think what we'll do is we'll connect up to there. And how are we going to connect up there? Oh, well, they actually don't have a bus service down here anyway. There we go. So now everything's interlinked. There's a little bit of lacking coverage on this road, but that's probably okay. Although, it would not be hard for me to... I want to create a new line over here. Oh, being very tricksy. There we go, create a new line. It goes here, here, and on the other side, and then... no, hold on. That's not what I want. I want to keep going on the outside here. And there's sort of big loop. There. Add a little bit of happiness here and there, and it will be relevant when these fill out. Still waiting for money to come. You've got your health care. You don't have a death care over here, but that's a little expensive. I guess I'll probably just wait. And, you know, some people have shown up already. Well, those are the firehouses, right, which aren't connected to anything. They'll get there. Population continues to grow. It's just going to take forever for the new people to actually arrive. How's the traffic over here? Oh, completely 100% fine. Okay, how's the traffic right there? No backlog. Excellent. It works out really nicely. You're complaining about a dead person. You do have plenty of death care over here, though. I mean, unless some of those death care providers are like a million miles away and are waiting to come back, you should get serviced relatively soon. We're complaining about the snow right now. I mean, the closest snow removal trucks are way over here. I should probably put one over in this end of things. I was just worried about the noise. I'll have to do a little, like, runoff here, because there's still a fair amount of noise. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll just go and drop it here. How expensive is it? Snow removal. 5,000. Because I got to save money for other things, but I guess we'll go ahead and get that down there. Bit more noise pollution, but oh well. Be nice if you didn't have to pay upkeep. Oh, it's only 32 bucks a week. Upkeep is basically nothing. I said, it'd be nice if you didn't have to pay upkeep when it's not running, and I think they've simulated that by having a low upkeep. It's sort of amortized all the time, so you're paying it even when the trucks aren't running, but when they are running, the cost doesn't go up, so it's just sort of averages out to a pretty decent thing. So yeah, with those roads cleared, of course the game still is running so slowly. Look at it crawling. Guys, I'm going mental. Definitely, I gotta stop. It's too slow. Which is a shame, because I'm really liking this town. I don't know, maybe we'll figure something out. Maybe there's a patch coming out. Maybe there's something I can do in my settings to improve the rate. But this, at this time, will be the final City Skylines Snowfall video. Maybe we'll come back to it. Maybe we won't. I'm hoping, because I like this game, and I know you guys do too. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.